All right, I think that little light means we're live. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Joining us on this BWE TV special, I am Kathleen Trigg Jones. I am the founder of iWoman TV, and we are so excited to have you joining us today. I have two really, really special guests, and we're going to just dive right in and talk about some amazing collaborations that we have in store for all of you. Actually, my two guests need no introduction, so I'm not even going to go into a lengthy bio. But we're really honored tonight to have Dr. Jacqueline King joining us. Of course, you all know that Dr. King is the founder of the Black Women's Empowerment Network. And all of you are here because of the amazing work that the journey that she's been on for so many years to bring women together and have a spiritual grounding and a home place for Black women to come together and just share. And so, Dr. King, thank you so much for making yourself available tonight. And this next person, of course, Dr. Mathew Knowles, of course, again needs absolutely no introduction. But I will still introduce him as the media mogul, the music mogul, the management king that he is. Dr. Mathew Knowles, thank you so much for coming on the Black Women's Empowerment Network tonight to join us for this powerful discussion.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here with both of you ladies. Who's going to introduce you, Kathleen?
Well, I guess I can say I need no introduction either, but I'll try though. As I said, I am the founder of the iWoman TV network, and doing some great collaborating with Dr. King and Dr. Knowles on the Black Women's Empowerment Network platform. I've been in the media business about 25 years. I'm a wife, I'm a mom of 4 kids, and I'm a producer and I'm an actress and all those kinds of things. I won an Emmy at some point in my career for journalism, and I love what I do on a daily basis, which is lifting women up. So let's start right there. Tonight, what we really wanted to talk about was Black women's empowerment and just how we're coming together to create this platform for all of you that are watching. Most of you have probably already been on the platform and on this journey with Dr. King for many years, but you may not know about the friendship and the business partnership that's been brewing for the past several years between Dr. King and Dr. Knowles. I love saying that. I know you want to just be called Jackie and Mathew, but I think that we should give respect where respect is due. And you've earned these doctorate degrees, and I'm giving it to you until you tell me not to. All right, just lifting it all up. But let's start, Dr. King, if you could, Jackie, with how you started this platform, why you started the platform, and what your hope and your mission is behind it.
Right. So I started it to really have women connect with one another, have a relationship with God, and love and support each other, and love themselves. That's really the foundation. And it started off on Facebook with a group of 200 women. That group now has about 240,000 women, and we have pages everywhere, and we're on just about every social media platform. But we want to encourage women to go for it all. Be strong. Don't let fear hold you back. And while you're doing that, support each other, because that's what we have to do. We have to be able to support one another. And that's what BWE is. It is a sisterhood that loves supporting each other, and we love supporting our followers.
I love it. And that really is what it's all about, is bringing women together and Black women together, because there's not enough support sometimes. We get beat down out in the world, but this is a safe place where we can come together and just continue to say, what can I do for you? How can I help you? You're doing this, let's come together on it. And in a sense, that's really how you and Dr. Knowles became business partners here. Hey, Dr. Knowles.
Hello, Kathleen. I tell you what, some things most people don't know is me and Dr. King actually went to the same university to get our PhD at Cornerstone Christian and Bible College. They're in Indiana. So we've actually known each other for longer than we had to one day just have a conversation. And Dr. King, you do remember I graduated from the same school that you did. But I'm very excited about the opportunity because we're talking about empowerment. And I tell you, Black women have stepped up. Some of my brothers should be watching some of these and coming on here, because had it not been for Black women, a lot of these elections we would have lost. Had it not been for Black women and how they are speaking up sooner, quicker, faster on topics like racism and sexism and homophobia and xenophobia. So I'm really, really excited to be a part and partner with Dr. King and to be on a platform that we've spent months on developing. This just happened overnight. But Dr. King brought, and 10 years ago, was the mastermind behind bringing Black women empowerment together to where we are today.
Right. It's really an incredible platform. And all of you who are joining us tonight, I encourage you to go on and sign up. The membership's going to be launching soon. And right now, immediately, you can go on each of the pages and follow it. No matter where you are in the country, you can follow Black Women Empowerment and see the content, share your own content, and become a part of this community. So talk to me about this collaboration, though. Many, like you said, Mathew, Dr. King has been at this for a long time, building this community and really nurturing this community. It's a faith-based community, but also an inspirational community, a supportive community. But what's different now with the collaboration, the partnership that you're now forming?
You're asking me, or you're asking
one of you? Either one of you can jump in. In fact, both of you should probably answer that. But let's start with you, Jackie.
Yeah. So the difference is we're taking it to the next level. So we have been giving people encouragement and inspiration for 11 years now. In November was 11 years. So now we're giving them a lot more that they can use in their daily lives to help them grow their business, help them be strong, confidence building, mentorship, finances, real estate, stuff that we have not really focused on at this level. So it's really going to be a great opportunity and also to network with one another, collaborate.
And I think also, in addition to that, we have a section called Mastermind, and this is where experts come on, from fitness to accounting to entrepreneurship to real estate, as Dr. King just mentioned, marketing. I think, Kathleen, you'll be talking about marketing. We've also partnered with a money school. And it's an online school with a number of classes that is in the financial realm. And so we partnered with that school. Another aspect, one that I'm really in tune to, is health and mental health and physical health. A lot of things are happening. Most of you know that I am a male breast cancer survivor. And we really want to focus on breast cancer as one of the leading causes of mortality in Black women, especially. But we're learning now that the correlation between unresolved trauma and cancer, just 2 months ago, it was years of research that unresolved trauma can cause cancer. And we'll have experts talking about that and what we can do, not just talking about it, but giving us those things that we can use in our daily lives in a positive way. And so that's the things, and those are some of the type of things that we will be doing on this site, interfacing, interacting with Black women, both young and old.
Yeah, I love that.
Dr. Knowles, we don't call them old. We call them, aging, but we don't
mature. Mature.
There you go.
Only men get old, huh? I just turned
Well,
71 and I thought I was old. Are you telling me I'm aging and maturing now?
You're aging. You're
I'm
seasoned.
aging. Okay.
You're seasoned. Yeah, we don't use old.
exactly.
But you know what? As you're saying, the fact about trauma, you tell me a Black person who doesn't have unresolved trauma. Period. It just doesn't. It's impossible. We come from trauma, and that trauma has been carried generationally through Black families, and we keep handing it down. I think maybe we're getting to a place finally where we're starting to expose these traumas. Social media is obviously a blessing and a curse because we're putting it out there, but we're also taking a lot in because of it. And I think the powerful thing about this platform is we're saying, yes, let's put it out there, let's talk about it, but let's also bring you the expertise in order to be able to address it, unpack it in a healthy space that's safe, where you can really talk and you can have people that can guide you through this and tell you something that you didn't already know, and just share that information, because we don't talk enough, right? We don't really share enough. All of us are bottling up all these things, and if everyone really could realize they're not alone in this battle, I think we'd all be much healthier. Matthew, you talked about being a male breast cancer survivor. How many other men have you ever heard say that until maybe you opened up and started talking about it yourself? And how many people you've helped because of that? And likewise with women, so many women, Black women, are dying from breast cancer at
Yes.
alarming rates, and it doesn't make any sense, but they feel so isolated and alone when they're going through it.
Yeah, and I think
Let me say one thing, and you're so right on that. But what I wanted to say was, we didn't just come up with, what we thought everyone would want to know and learn about. We actually are asking the people who have signed up, what do you want to know? I think that is so crucial, because we don't claim to have all the answers. So we're letting them get engaged. What topics would you like to see? What kind of experts would you like to have? I'm sorry, Dr. Knowles, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, 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 no. To your point, and also in giving information, because that's what we're doing. We're giving information, and knowledge is power. That a lot of Black women can also help the men in their lives, because similarly, Black men in every mortality rate except breast cancer and suicide, we lead. So we want to share information also that hopefully that Black women can share and get these knucklehead men that don't want to go to the doctor. You get them out the door to go to the doctor.
Yep. Need to start sponsoring a national drive. Buses will pick you up, and we're all going by the busload. You're absolutely right. Talk to me about some of the exciting guests and experts. I know, as you said, I'm one of them. I'm going to be coming on and talking about my experience in the media industry with marketing and branding and brand strategy. I'm really excited about that. We'll get into some of that later on. But tell me about some of the other experts that are going to be on the platform and what some of their backgrounds are.
Dr. King?
Yeah, so we have Dr. Joyce Haddon, who is a regular on BWE. She's been coming on for years. She's the mother of gospel recording artist Dietrich Haddon, and she's going to be doing inspiration, which is what she does. We have Dr. Nikisha Hammond, who is going to be coming on. She's a regular, mental health and wellness, and I'm trying to think who else. Help me.
We have Dr. Jolly, who has one of the top radio shows, podcasts in America. I think you mentioned, did you mention Joe Dudley?
No, I didn't.
Joe Dudley with the Dudley care products is only one of the things, but in the financial arena. So we have those and many, many others. The great thing is that we will constantly be evolving, because we are listening to our Black women on what they want to hear. What are the topics? It's not about I, it's about we, and understanding the things you'll like to hear. And we also want to have some fun. I mean, we don't want this to all be, everybody's intense. We want to make this informative, also fun though. Some great music here and there.
Yeah.
We want to do those things. Did we tell people where to go yet?
Actually, someone is posting it on the page as we speak. It's being posted, so you can click on that link and sign up to join our wait list and be ready to go when day one.
And I think we should mention also we have a third partner that works endlessly in putting the back end of this program together, Rishi Soad, who's based in Canada. Just want to give him a shout out because again, he spent endless hours on putting the back end together. And people like me that don't understand computers.
Right. And he's tremendous. He really is.
He is that.
And there've been a lot of meetings behind the scenes figuring out exactly what everyone might want to see on this platform. I can tell you that it's incredible, and it's an amazing opportunity to really become part of a community that will help you grow and learn and hopefully take your life, whether it's your personal life or your career, to the next level.
Absolutely.
So Dr. King, I did want to talk to you about what you actually talk about. And I want to get into you as well, Mathew. You are an expert in so many things. I'm most impressed with the fact that people try so hard to build social media and they can't. They spend thousands of dollars, they hire teams, they do all kinds of things, and they haven't found that secret sauce. Somehow you, without even trying years ago, decided that you wanted to launch this and build it into this club, this community that's now become, a global community of Black women who are empowered and inspired and supporting one another. And you've grown it, like you said, from just, a couple of hundred to, I've seen the back end. For those of you who don't know, there's upwards of 50, 70 million impressions often on the content that's being shared on Black Women Empowered. So this is a very active community and a very active platform that you're becoming a part of. But how did you do it? Because that's one of the things that I think we want to get into with helping people who have businesses. How do we all do what we do? What can we share with others about our journey that might help them save some of the, anguish and pain in trying to grow their businesses?
The key has always been to give the people what they want. And so because we come on every single day and give encouragement, we motivate, we uplift, and we encourage. Dr. Knowles loves to say, he loves when I say that, but that's what we do. Right. And we're just going to continue that on a higher level. But we've been doing that for 11 years. Who doesn't want to be encouraged, inspired, motivated? I mean, you'd have to be, crazy not to want that. So that's why they keep coming back, because they know that every day when they get up, they're going to get that inspiration. And with our business network, we're taking it to another level. We're going to give you even more of what you need to make it as a Black woman, a Black or brown woman.
You said you give people what they want. Sometimes people, especially in business, you don't know what you don't know. And I like the idea that we're bringing, teams, experts together to kind of tell you the things you don't know. People, you didn't know when you started this how to post. You didn't know how to grow, how to get organic reaches and things like that. But somehow you figured it out. And I like what you said. You said you basically you met people where they were. And with any business, that's the key, is to identify a passion and then to build the audience of people who also need that in their lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Dr. Knowles, Mathew, I really want to talk about what you've done, because everyone knows your story. Everyone knows that you're Beyonce's daddy, and
Solange and
Beyonce, our girls. And what you've done likewise is incredible. You came up at a time when there was not a role model in front of you who you could replicate. Well, there was Quincy Jones and others that were certainly in the music industry, but you didn't have someone in front of you that said, if you do these things, you're going to make, the most famous people and little girls in the world. But you somehow knew. What is that secret? What is that thing that
Yeah.
you have to be successful?
Well, thanks for asking. No, first of all, I had two amazing role models called my mother and father growing up in Gaston, Alabama, just country folks, but were entrepreneurs. They had a day job. My mom made $3 a day as a colored maid. My dad made $30 a week, just a little bit more, being a truck driver and convincing the white folks he worked for to let him use that truck and tear down houses and sell the metals and the wood. My mom convinced that white woman to give all her hand-me-downs and then all her friends hand-me-downs, and they make these beautiful quilts you've heard about that was made back in the 50s and 60s in Alabama. That's how. So I had these two wonderful people that were my mentors that took me on a journey. And often in our lives, once I was told, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Yeah. And that journey took me growing up in Alabama, never going to a black school, integrating elementary, junior high, high school, University of Tennessee, mom going to high school with Coretta King. A lot of life lessons that I endured. And then going to corporate America for 20 years in the medical, diagnostic imaging, being the first, fortunately, at medical division of Xerox, being the number one sales rep in the world for a number of years, and being a neurosurgical specialist. That happened way before music. So it gave me a foundation in so many different ways of understanding entrepreneurship, understanding marketing, understanding branding and distribution, what I call the who, the what, the why, the where. Who is my customer? What is my product? Why should you buy it? And where can you get it? Now you're getting me to, we give me a complimentary, just a sneak peek. Is that what we're doing right now?
Yeah, we're sharing. Yes, we're sharing our inner thoughts and our journeys, and we're helping.
But that really empowered me to see my daughter fail. And I always say that failure is an opportunity to grow. On Star Search, and I was just playing dad, and I see these little kids compete with these old white guys, and I'm saying to their managers, why did they compete? They're kids, they're 9 years old. Why are they competing with 30 years old? And then I was told that the people that won consistently on Star Search for some reason never went on to be successful. It was the people that lost.
Yep.
Like Aaliyah, like Usher, like Timberland, and I can go Justin Timberlake, and I can go on and on. Went back and changed the organization, and rededicated that word you use, Kathleen, passion, which is so key and critical for everything we do, to be passionate. And they went on to be successful. That's what we did. And that's how I got into the music industry. Before that, I was just dropping my kid off, playing basketball and picking her up, while her mother was at the hair salon that we owned in Houston. And by the way, health, beauty, and will be also fashion and beauty will also be an important part of this platform, and having some of the top in the world actually talking about fashion and beauty. We want to cover all aspects. And my pet peeve, as you know, is health and wellness and entrepreneurship, because I think that we often talk a lot about going to college, getting degrees, but we don't talk about entrepreneurship that much. We don't talk about, it's good, go to college, get your degree, but we want to own our own business. We don't talk enough about, well, some people don't even have to go to college to get a skill, to be an electrician or a plumber or hairstylist and make $1 million owning their own business.
Right.
So entrepreneurship is a key topic for me, along with health and wellness.
I think what you said that is so dynamic. Small businesses are the backbone of our country, and especially in the inner city. Black-owned businesses are really popping up. It's what's saving our community and our families in many cases, especially since COVID. And when you are a small business owner, an entrepreneur, there are certainly some handbooks out there, but typically you don't have them when you decide to start a business. You have an idea, as we said, a passion, and you decide, oh, I think I'm going to start a business, and you really do fail. You fail your way to success in it. And I think one of the great things about this platform and this community that we're building is that we're trying to eliminate some of those pitfalls by sharing, being an open book. Ask us, what don't you know? What information can we impart on you that might help you? And also connecting. I love the idea of not just talking at people and giving them information, but having a community where I can hire you. Oh, you do this service, let me give you this money. Let's keep this money in our community. Let's continue to hire one another and refer one another, because that's how we start, really economically empowering our community.
And we're going to do that also by giving access to community forums that folks can do just that, Kathleen. They can get on there and they can share, like you said, I have an opening at my company, or this is something that I'm doing in my business that's working, and sharing that information with each other.
And even if they're like looking for a job or looking for a collaboration, they'll be able to do that. And they'll be able to post on one of the levels. They'll be able to post their businesses. If they have a business, they'll be able to post a link to their business as well.
Yeah, I like that, because that now we're really getting into supporting and helping one another. I want to remind everyone that that link is posted here, so make sure you go on. You can sign up, pre-register, bwebusinessnetwork.com. You're able to join the list and then get better acquainted with what we're talking about here. But you can continue to support it right now. But when is the membership going to launch? We're going to launch at the beginning of the year, and then decided to wait and continue to cook. And I know Rishi's behind the scenes just putting the secret sauce in there and mixing all kinds of ingredients so that it's perfect when it launches. But do we have a launch date yet?
Yeah, so the early bird pricing, which is what you really want to get in on if you want to save some money, that's going to be February the 1st. And the full launch will be March the 1st.
Wonderful. So you heard it. February 1st, get your early bird, and then you can save a little money. You can start perusing and being a part of this community. And then the full launch will be in March, just in time for Women's History Month, and a lot of special things in store for you then also. So bwebusinessnetwork.com. Jacqueline, when you were starting Black Women Empowered Network, what were some of the things that you identified were areas that you felt like, are really pitfalls for women? What are some of the barriers that you found that women really have and finding their way to success?
A lot of it is just a lack of confidence and fear, afraid to step out on, the unknown. And so that's why the encouragement piece is so big. And to have someone like yourself and Dr. Knowles and all the other experts that have been there, and you went forward, you made mistakes, but you didn't let it stop you. Right. And myself too, we kept going. And so I think that we're going to be a force to be reckoned with as far as helping women build their confidence and move forward.
Okay. And what about you, Matthew? What are some of the because this isn't only for women. Of course, it's a large community of women, but like you said, men can learn so much. Boy, can men learn a lot by just listening, right? Just being a part of this community. But what are some of the things that you see in our community with Black women and Black men that are some of the biggest barriers to becoming successful?
I think it's access. We don't get access to information. We don't get access to money. We don't get that access that our counterparts get. And this is a way that we can share how to get access. I always laugh uh, when I say it's much easier to get $10 million than it is to go to the bank and borrow $10,000. A lot of people don't know that. You'll be surprised how many people have no clue of what
And
I
why,
just said.
yeah, why is that, you think?
Again, access to information. And that's what we want to do here is give access to information because my counterparts aren't going to a bank filling out an application. We're networking, we're building our financial base, and we understand a business plan and what that means. And those are the tools. Relationship business plans are the tools that's used at High Wealth. And we don't, again, get to play in that because we don't know how to oftentimes. And there are women on here that had that success, and it's so important that they share those successes with other Black women.
I agree.
And even men, because Damien Fields, who will be coming on, that's what he does. He does business startup finances. So, and he's been doing it for years. He has great information to share on how to get started.
Yeah. Can you walk me through how the platform will work? When is there a schedule, a monthly schedule, or weekly schedule with each of the experts? And can you sign up to listen to different experts that maybe speak to where you are in your journey?
So we have different packages, and I'll go over them. So the first one is the silver package, and that's access to the member only portal. You have daily empowerment message, weekly business strategy emails, monthly empowerment videos, access to community forums, and Healthy You, the university, and monthly expert mastermind Q&A. And then we have our gold package. And on that, you will get access to the member only portal as well, daily empowerment as well, weekly business strategy emails as well, monthly empowerment video, access to community forums, the Healthy You, and then you also will get bi-weekly expert mastermind Q&A and weekly spiritual talks. And the final one, you get all of that, and also you'll get the money school, you'll get group marketing coaching call, and you'll get to sell your products on BWE.
Okay, wonderful. So there's a lot of options there, and you can start small if you want. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to dive all in. But you can start small. I see a lot of people in our chat, and I just want to acknowledge some of them. Thank everyone for joining. I see Daryl Rebels. Please. He says, "My dear sisters in Jesus Christ, thank you for being a spirit brother out there." Leslie Dondi, I love you for encouraging quotes, so positive and powerful. Thank you. That's the point of tonight. Leslie Dandy, glory, glory, glory. Be to God Almighty Jesus Christ. We're getting a lot of prayers out there, a lot of prayers for success in this platform. And I hope each of you will actually go on and pre-sign up as well. If anyone has any questions, though, feel free to put it in the chat and I'll try to answer them. Someone asked how they can follow me or contact me. So I want all of us to give our social media handles so that they can contact us. I am on Instagram at Cattrig. Cat is my nickname, so Cattrig, Cattrigg, or you can follow iWoman TV, and our platform is iwomantv.com. So make sure you support Black female owned and operated business. Thank you very much for that. Jackie, why don't you give everyone knows BWE, But tell them how they can find you on social media.
Well, if they go to blackwomenempowered.org, they can connect with all of our social media pages. They can send us email. That's the easiest way to do it. Just go to blackwomenempowered.org.
Drop the mic. See how that's why she just plain and concise. Just go to this one spot. Just saved you a lot of trouble. And you can find Mathew on there as well.
No,
I have that on. I have my own. But before I give you that, I just want to reemphasize the importance of this bi-weekly expert mastermind, because first of all, it's bi-monthly, but there's Q&A. So there's an opportunity to interface and ask questions. And I always find that when people have the opportunity to ask questions, it's just very impactful and powerful, because you might be thinking something and maybe don't want to ask it, and then someone asks the question for you. So I do want to just reemphasize that golden executive package has that expert mastermind Q&A. How you reach me is similar. Please go to Mathew Knowles. Mathew is spelled with one T. One day I'll explain to you. There's a long story behind that, racially motivated. But MathewKnowles.com. And you can find out all about me. And the thing I do most today is I'm a public speaker, a motivational speaker, and I talk on many, many topics across the world. Just getting back from Dubai, 3 weeks from there in Saudi Arabia, leave for Atlanta tomorrow, go to London the next week. But I enjoy that. And so you'll find all my handles at MathewKnowles.com, as well as pretty much everything you need to know.
Yeah, it's fun watching your travels, and we all know you were in Dubai over the weekend, and just are probably jet lagged right now. So I really appreciate you taking the time out this evening. We all want to give a shout out actually to Antoinette E. Dawkins, who sent a message saying that she's a breast cancer survivor, February 13, 2015, and just declared cancer-free, stress and trauma-free. Mm-hmm. Yes, cancer-free, yes. Trauma-free, yes. All right. Yes. So continued blessings to you. Let's see. Different people are saying things. Actually, Antoinette said, I'm sorry for sending this comment. I have never sent a comment before, but I must just say you're truly beautiful, all of you, and that you have the most perfect smiles. Maybe that's to me. I don't know. It's one of us. And I sent you this comment because the request I sent was not going through. So thank you so much. And we're praying. That's actually from Daniel Smith. We're going to actually, Daniel, are you hitting on Antoinette? I'm not sure. That might be Antoinette. That's funny. That's actually okay, Daniel. Antoinette, I don't know if you're still listening, but it looks like Daniel thinks you have a beautiful smile. We were taking the credit. And the funny thing is, you all don't know this, but we were considering doing a whole dating site on here, right?
It's not off the table.
It's not off the table. Absolutely not off the table. But we want to do it. We want to do it a different way, a spiritual way. We just want to approach it differently. And so we want to do baby steps, and we want to start here, and hopefully with the support of everyone. We can't do this by ourselves. We need the support from other people. It's not I, it's we.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And some people are actually getting into some heavy hitting topics on the chat. And I want to make it clear that although Black Women Empowerment Network really is founded as it originally was founded as a ministry or an opportunity to bring women together through a Christ-centered network where they could come together and really support one another. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jacqueline, but over the years, I think we, as spiritual beings and Christians, realize that we have a whole life that we have to get through here, and we might love God, we serve God, but we also need to support one another when it comes to our mental health and our business and our day-to-day and our families and all these other things, these other parts of us. And so it has evolved. It has evolved into really being a platform where we can get into all of these things that affect us as human beings, still in a supportive environment. Am I right?
Absolutely. We've done we've done workshops on nonprofit startups using biblical principles. Actually, Dr. Derek Drakeford out of Duke University taught that years ago, along with Damian Fields. We've done a lot of conferences and workshops and webinars. So it is just not a spiritual side. We try to give not as much as we're going to be doing now, but we've been doing more than just the spiritual piece, because we really at one year we launched and we said we wanted that year's theme to be the total woman. We still want that. So we want to hit every area, and that's what Dr. Knowles hit on early. We want to hit every area that we can to help you get to where you want to be.
Right. And Jean Brent, I'm not sure where you're from, but she mentioned really diving into mental health, loss of hope, our
Yeah.
children who are really suffering, unable to process their emotions in a healthy way. And how do we teach them in a meaningful way to stop the violence, stop killing one another? And I think those are all amazing topics that we really do want to be able to talk about. We want to be able to talk about the crime in our communities and how what we can do to process it so that we're even healthy to be able to explain to our children, why the world is the way it is and how can we heal together.
Well, Dr. Hammond, believe it or not, is a child psychologist, and she wrote a book. I brought it for my daughter and my daughter-in-law. It's a parent's guide to raising emotionally healthy children. That's what she does. But she also, advocates for mental illness on a whole. But she's an expert in mental wellness in children.
Yeah, and each of these speakers is really gifted. Several people on here are shouting you out, Mathew and Albana. Leela Negri, I'm not sure if I said that right, says, thank you very much, all three of you. Mr. Mathew, you are very inspiring. I wish I could listen to you more often. And you can now. So you're going to join this platform and you'll be able to get more and more of Dr. Mathew Knowles, Dr. Jacqueline King, and me, and all the others that are on the platform.
I just want to say there's a questionnaire that we have sent out. How Dr. King can, if someone hasn't received the questionnaire, because again, we want to get information from you, know the things you like for us to talk about, but also just got to get a sense and feel for who are the people and the women mainly that are on the platform. How do they do that, Dr. King?
Yeah, so if they sign up, they will get a survey. I believe that's going out on weekly. And so they'll get a survey and they'll get to write back and answer some questions and let us know who they are, what their goals are, and so on and so forth. So go over there and sign up for that, bwebusinessnetwork.com.
Right, right. And if you want to put any topics in the chat, even, we're logging this stuff. So if there's anything in particular that we're not touching on that you want to talk about, feel free to put it in the chat. But it could be anything. It could be, we're going to get into any topic that you could think of. Love, relationships, sex, sexuality, aging. We started out talking about how we're not old, but it doesn't mean we're not aging. And we need to talk about those things as well. Menopause. The men all pause when we walk into a room because
You all right, girl?
because menopause makes us crazy, right? It makes you feel a little crazy. So yeah, you better pause when you walk into the room. So we want to get into all those kinds of different topics. If we're living it, we want to discuss it on BWE.
Hey, just a minute. I want to tell someone. Hey, all you old basketball players, you're aging basketball players. I've been saying it wrong. Okay, I'm sorry.
You are so hilarious.
Seasoned.
You're hilarious. I want to give for those who want to sign up on February the 1st, your discount is going to be very good. So for silver, it's going to be $77 for the year. And for gold, it'll be $317 for the year. And executive is $997 for the year, and those are really excellent prices.
Yeah, and if you break that down monthly, it's not a whole lot. And the bottom line is, let's get into the whole paying thing, right? Because I know some people will say, I don't want to pay that, and I want. But how many things do you actually pay for online, and you don't know who the owner or founder of these things are? You have no idea whose pocket you're putting money in, but you're willing to do it when you're online. Everything from the streaming channels that you're watching to the cloud service that you're using to all the empowerment things that you might be getting quotes, daily quotes or whatever. And so what I want to say is, when you decide to make a commitment to yourself, to your business, to your life, to improvement, then the universe responds. And no, this is not everyone open up your wallet and drop your paycheck here. It's not like that. But what we are saying is we're all in this together. And when you're investing in yourself, in your business, in your life, when you're becoming part of a supportive community that's rooting for you, that's helping you, you're going to see exponential growth. It's impossible not to. And so it's really a commitment. It's an investment in yourself.
Absolutely.
And I hope each and every one of you see the value, because that's how we grow, and that's how we should make some of our decisions. I see the value in some of the things. I see the value in the type of jacket I wear, the hairstyle I wear, or the shoes I wear. I see the value, so I get them. So I hope you look and see the value of this. How would it impact your life? How can it impact friends and family around you? And how can you get information? Because the number one thing, again, is knowledge is power. And we're often left out because we don't know.
Right.
That's why we're left out of the room sometimes. And that's what we hope this will give you, is knowledge and better access to knowledge. And we don't have the answer. Just like I say, the 17 years I've been in the classroom, if I don't have the answer, I'll certainly find the answer.
Yeah, and for the ladies, and Kathleen knows, how much did we spend on hairdos and nails and everything else? I mean, come on, invest in something that's going to actually take you to the next level. I mean, it's nice to look nice. Now, don't get me wrong. I like all that stuff too. But this is something that is going to make you, more valuable in corporate America. If you're in corporate America, or if you have your business, it's going to add value to your life. Period.
Yeah. And what you're getting is basically curated conversations, curated content, curated discussions by professionals, by people who are really at the absolute top of their game and are able to share their information, their life journey, their experience with you in a really open space. And so I do hope that you'll consider coming on. Some are still asking again for that site. It's bwebusinessnetwork.com, bwebusinessnetwork.com. I want to encourage everyone to go on and sign up. Again, the early bird it opens up next month, February. And full launch will be in March, continuing to grow, continuing to add new speakers and new content. You definitely won't be disappointed. And you get more of these two geniuses that, that can maybe, if nothing else, I would sign up just to sit here and talk to you every day, Jackie. And yeah.
We would do it to talk to you as well.
Thank you. I think it's amazing when, sometimes I read a quote earlier. It was about your surroundings and who you surround yourself with. And it was really saying that it's impossible to grow if you don't surround yourself with people who are where you want to be, who are better than you. Right. And it doesn't mean that they're smarter than you or that, we're certainly not better than anyone else, but maybe our experience makes us, makes us more equipped to be able to teach you something that you may not know. And so I would say find role models, find people that are doing what you want to do or who have been through what you're trying to go through, who are where you'd like to be, and latch on. And that's basically what this platform is providing for you. Not everyone gets an opportunity to be amongst, superstars that are saying, I'm going to let my hair down. I'm going to roll my sleeves up. We're going to get busy together. We're going to get dirty together. We're going to put it all out there. And we're going to see how we can really help one another.
Okay.
Yep. So let me just see. I just want to thank everyone. A lot of comments here. So keep those comments coming, but you're going to take it on over to bwebusinessnetwork.com. Make sure when you sign up again, you're going to get a questionnaire. That questionnaire, that survey is really important because it lets us know what you want to talk about and what you want to see on this platform. Yeah, we hope that you will continue to support us online, on social media, support one another. Again, you can follow Dr. Mathew Knowles. You can follow Dr. Jacqueline King or myself on social media anytime, and drop us a little note if you want to, if you want to get closer. But if nothing else, we will see you next month on the bwebusinessnetwork.com.
And let me shout out, we're live on iWoman TV.
And we're live on iWoman TV as well. Yes.
Let's shout out the the women that are coming on there. So welcome.
Absolutely. It's a great day. So any final thoughts from either of you?
Just peace and love to everyone. It's been my pleasure to be on here today with Dr. King and with you, Kathleen. You get this sense as you get older. I'm fortunate to turn 71 years old last week. I can't use the word older. I forgot.
70 years young.
Quick. 71 years young last week. But you begin to see life differently. And I look forward to sharing wisdom, both the mistakes as well as the positive things, because we often want to share all the positive and not share the mistakes. And I view mistakes as an opportunity to grow and not a reason to quit. So what you see today is what you get from me every time you come on. And I look forward to seeing all of you.
And I want to say, first of all, thank you to my family. Dr. Knowles is my big brother, and Kathleen is my little sister. So we are family. But thank you both for us working together, and thank everyone that's been following us all these years and that will continue to follow us and continue to grow. And I'm excited. So I hope that you're excited, and I look forward to seeing you on bwebusinessnetwork.com. God bless.
All right, everyone. On that note, I want to thank everyone for tuning in and joining us tonight. This has been a lot of fun. Next time we have to do one where people can actually come in and ask their questions and stuff. So we'll encourage that next time. This will not be the last time you hear from us.
Maybe we can have a call-in number the next time.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll figure that out. Rishi, I know you're listening, so you'll help us figure all that tech stuff out. Anyway, God bless all of you. Continue to shine and make sure you always find a way to make someone else's day a better day. God bless. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.